Hi, Weather Joy here with your Bomb on the South Island weather recap and forecast for Monday, May 4th, 2000 or Sunday, May 4th, 2025. So tomorrow is May 5th, and tomorrow's a day here, May 5th, Red Dress Day, in which we honor and remember the murdered and missing Indigenous women of this land, and put them into our thoughts. And I'm very saddened by the fact that so many people, so many women, were taken early in their lives, and humbled by the grace in which their families mourn and continue to reach out to settler people and that community with so much loss in their community. So really think about that. Anyway, last week's forecast. So here we are in May, in the first days, and our first days of summer have been bestowed upon us and graciously with long winter, and so it's really nice to see 20-degree weather and the sun shining and new growth and new life, and to celebrate that and to feel the warmth in our hearts. So last week's forecast went pretty much as we thought. We saw towards the end of the week, that Thursday, Friday, we had that high pressure had built in and cleared things out, and Thursday, I think it was the 30th and on into the 1st, which was the Thursday, and into the Friday. Bit of a southerly flow, again, similar to the week previously, which I think was the 24th, 25th. We saw the first summer day of the year. This saw the second as we entered into May. The two together, Thursday, Friday, the first and second, really add up to one summer day, because Friday, we had talked about a little trough coming in, and that it did. It did slowly cross the coast overnight Friday and into Saturday, with some showers, enough, we could call them rain showers, light rain showers. There's some, we did pick that up. So that was yesterday. I'm actually recording this on Tuesday because I didn't get around to it and I was quite busy, but let's pretend it is Sunday. For those of you in the future to know I'm not fudging this forecast. I'm going by my notes on Sunday. So that went in, crossed over into Saturday, which was yesterday. And we saw surface high pressure build in with a breezy, cool mix of sun and cloud for Thursday and on into today from the west-northwest. Now, one thing I want to mention here for those of you studying the weather closely is when these high pressures come in off the Pacific, from the west particularly, they've got moisture, they've got flow coming down the island, and we see flow coming down the Juan de Fuca, flow coming down the Strait of Georgia, and the two come together. They've got enough moisture in them. They meet, and the air rises up. I call it the Southern Island Convergence Zone. And if we had I got a closer map under here, but if we had a map of Victoria on the Saanich Peninsula, the showers kind of go up the Saanich. They may meet at the higher part of the Saanich of the peninsula or lower down towards Victoria. They kind of rotate back and forth, but they meet together up, and they can drop some showers. So you may see that in weather stats where, if you're looking at the airport stats, where you get rainy days, but it's really quite sunny in Victoria, and that's something to watch for on those days. Anyway, that's where we are today. Surface high pressure will continue to build in and kind of pass over tomorrow, Monday, and into Tuesday. So nice and sunny clouds, a few clouds, or it's nice and sunny, a few clouds here and there. Not quite summer days, but nice, warm, spring-like, gem-like days. Now, still, we've got activity out in the upper Gulf of Alaska, which low pressure has moved in by Sunday, Monday. We're looking at a front hitting the Panhandle up into the north coast on the Monday, and then hitting the central coast and North Island on Tuesday. This front will weaken as this low drops down. This front will weaken across the south coast late overnight Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, bringing some cool chance of showers, maybe just a sprinkle here and there. And then in behind, we've got a very kind of weak surface pressure or high pressure building in. We should see breezy conditions on Wednesday. Mix of sun and cloud, but quite cool. Moving in, and then into Thursday and Friday. Let me just remember. I know we got that into remnants of the front passing through. Yeah, it looks like the low pressure will continue to spin. Oh yeah. So essentially into Thursday and Friday, we've got this low pressure continuing to spin. That high pressure is not well established, but we'll still continue to see a kind of a southwest flow for Thursday, Friday, which is, I guess, 4 or 5 days from now. And really, actually, 2 days from now, 3 days from now, 2 days. Southerly flow or southwest flow crossing the south coast with a mix of sun and cloud, kind of unsettled conditions. More sun for some, more cloud for other, particularly up against the hills, but quite cool, sort of seasonally typical spring. As we get into next weekend, it looks like this will start to drop down, get a little bit more organized as far as a front coming through. And we should see that come through later on the Saturday and into the Sunday with some showers there. Now this low looks like it'll come in and stick around here into early next week and more unsettled spring weather. So no signs of summer returning anytime soon, but some spring weather and some rain that we need to keep this growth going. And so we don't get into a hot, dry summer without any moisture out there. Yes. So thank you for being with me today. Thank you for listening. I hope everything's well with you guys out there. Let's open our hearts and share them. And looking back, if today was the 4th, may the 4th cast be with you.